Kane, Chandler Riggs, and of course Finn Wolfhard, and of course H.P. Lovecraft, who, by the way, neither Stephen King nor H.P. Lovecraft have been to Monster Mania. I'm sure they would have loved to. Sting, never know, never say never, but Lovecraft definitely not. But Rhode Island's own H.P. Lovecraft teaming, of course, with another Monster Mania guest legend, and of course that's a legendary hot rod, Roddy Piper. Of course, he has teamed up with Stranger Things, Gatlan, Matarazzo, and of course Sean Awesome, my son from representing Rhode Island proudly, to take it to Team King and company. It is pretty even for the most part, as King's starting things off with H.P. Lovecraft. This is a team warfare match, ladies and gentlemen. So those of you guys who are familiar with our show, you know how this works pretty much. Pinfall, submissions, knockouts. Last team or person of each team left standing are the winners. And Riggs is now tagged in, and H.P. Lovecraft taking Riggs by the hair and sending him to the opposite corner, which is not where Riggs wants to be. Riggs has been on our show multiple times, so we're all familiar with him, as has other people here. Of course, Gatlan and Finn Wolfhard, both are from Stranger Things, work together. You might have not realized that well, you probably did know Finn Wolfhard was, of course, in Stephen King's It. But maybe you didn't know that Chandler Riggs was in a Stephen King movie called Mercy, and that is his ties to the legendary king of horror. Oh my, Chandler Riggs, of course, as we already know, has been around the block a few times for us. Of course, Wolfhard and Gatlan Matarazzo usually a tag team, as Stranger Things, but opposite corners of the ring, so that would be interesting to see if it happens. What happens if Wolfhard and Matarazzo meet in the ring? And I can tell you that each side gets less and less, it's a good chance you'll see it. And Riggs gets outsmarted by Lovecraft there, using his speed as Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft, horror sci-fi writer from Rhode Island, of course. Hard to believe that Cthulhu isn't on his team. Multiple other various people that could have teamed with Lovecraft. And of course, Roddy Piper. Surprised he's not representing Team John Carpenter if he was involved here, but because he's not here. Carpenter will take place in our big Monster Mania King of Monster Mania melee at the end, as all former guests of Monster Mania will battle in a 30-man melee. We will also crown a queen of the ring of Monster Mania, as well as the women of Monster Mania will battle it out in the same manner. And Lovecraft trying to take out Chandler Riggs, and Riggs says, "I don't think so." Lovecraft sends Kraft into the post. Oh my goodness, what a neck breaker. Lovecraft could get possibly knocked out here if he's not careful, and Riggs will definitely... Oh! Sean Awesome had enough of Chandler Riggs' antics, and he can't take it anymore. Yeah, my son, when he's upset, folks, you don't want to make him angry, so... Awesome giving a little help to his fellow Rhode Islander, H.P. Lovecraft, to Chandler Riggs, who, by the way, will be coming to Rhode Island for Rhode Island Comic-Con, as well into Boston for Boston Fan Expo, as Lovecraft is going to has a pinfall on Riggs. He gets a 2 count only. That's the intestinal fortitude that Chandler Riggs has. Oh, and it's sent into this feet of Gatlan Matarazzo, and again, Lovecraft utilizing his own teammates' knees as weapons. And inverted atomic drop. Down goes Riggs. Awesome trying to get the people behind Lovecraft. King trying to wheel his teammate on. And remember, folks, last person standing or team standing at the end of this will win. Look at that. Riggs with a walking KO, and that could be it right there. And the Pride of Atlanta with the leg drop on Lovecraft. What would that do for the confidence of Team King to eliminate the captain? Uh-oh. Riggs has to be careful. He's in the enemy territory as Sean Awesome. Ooh, Piper getting shot there. Riggs trying to take everyone on, but Sean Awesome not about to play around with that. Takes down Chandler Riggs, and Piper is, if you think Piper's not going to take a cheap shot, you're wrong on that end as well. Piper, one of the original bad boys of wrestling, giving the legendary Hulk Hogan a run for his money. Ooh, Riggs, though, got to give him credit for sticking with it. Face first now, both individuals sending each other into the post, right hand there. And a kick to the lower, that's a low blow by Lovecraft. Riggs returns the favor by a shot to the ribs. Riggs now, kick to the gut. Watch out here. Oh, just slam. Samoan drop. Backdoor drop there on Riggs to Lovecraft. Watch out for Gatlan. Gatlan from behind. You know, Chandler, not afraid, takes down Gatlan Matarazzo from Stranger Things. Chandler Riggs has no ties to Gatlan. Uh-oh, he's measuring Gatlan, but Lovecraft comes to the aid of his teammate by taking down Chandler Riggs, who was getting ready to give him the walking KO. Well, it's the RKO. It's the Riggs knockout, which is what he calls it. And Gatlan now getting involved with a nice body slam for good measure. So far, no one has been no one's been tagged in Team Lovecraft. It's been all HP. Ooh, introduces Chandler's face to the top into the hardest part of the apron, has busted open the young former Walking Dead star. And now Riggs from behind. You know, I gotta say, sometimes when it comes to seeing your own blood, it does give you a tendency to get a little extra oomph. As Riggs gets a 2 count, Matarazzo comes in for the save. Riggs not liking it very much, steers a hole through Gatlan. And looks like Kane was going to get involved there too. Oh, there's the Riggs KO right there. That could be the end of H.P. Lovecraft. And Gatlan again comes in for the save. And there's the reverse Riggs KO on Gatlan for his troubles. Chandler not liking that too much, and Gatlan getting right back out of dodge. It is the tag to Kane. I wouldn't want to be H.P. Lovecraft now. The big red monster himself, the wrestling Hall of Famer, with Lovecraft off, running power slam. That could be the end of it right there. Give Gatlan some some credit for being gutsy. Uh-oh. Oh, Riggs coming in again. Not playing game with Gatlan, and now Kane taking a shot. Riggs still pummeling Gatlan, and Lovecraft again coming to the aid by taking on Kane, who is focused on Gatlan, as Chandler's really pummeling Gatlan Matarazzo. Referee's got to get some control here. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no referee. No. Oh no. H.P. Lovecraft with a claw on Kane. Can Kane survive? I mean, it's Kane. Kane utilizing his strength to break that claw hold that H.P. Lovecraft had. Misses the clothesline. And that's one of those occasions where being smaller helps. And finally, H.P. Lovecraft makes a very, very needed tag to a very ready, primed Roddy Piper. And now the two actual wrestlers are battling it out in the ring now. That was a very timely mannered tag. No one has been eliminated as of yet, shockingly. Although we have seen some action already, I'll tell you that. H.P. Lovecraft is exhausted by trying to go coast to coast And Piper with a bulldog. And then Kane is having issues with Roddy Piper. One of the things that Kane wants to avoid is that devastating Rowdy sleeper hold. And of course, Roddy Piper has to watch out for the choke slam, the tombstone, numerous things. Oh, speaking of the choke slam, there's the choke slam, courtesy of the Big Red Monster, and gets a 2 count only. Of course, Piper, in his intestinal fortitude, is not to be mistaken for anything else. And Kane tagging in Chandler Riggs again. We've not seen Finn Wolfhard as of yet. Nice tandem offense there. First time teaming together. Oh, King taking a shot at Piper as well for good measure. And now Riggs sending Piper to the outside. Looked like Kane pulled the rope down too. And yes, the match can end out there. He can't eliminate him right out there. By the way, and again, one last person standing, or per team left standing, is going to win this. And Riggs says that's the end of this. Here's the end of days. And Piper showing the intestinal fortitude by kicking out. Piper came to fight, folks. That's for certain. Uh-oh. And Chandler with the Atlanta Destroyer. Uh-oh. Riggs now daring Piper to get up. Is the young man from... Oh, no. Another end of days. That's got to be it for Piper. But no. Riggs looking for the Riggs KO. And catches it. That's the end of Piper. That's got to be it. And he's far enough away from the rest of his team that they can't help. That's a good strategy. We have the first elimination, and it goes on the Piper eliminated by young Chandler Riggs. Uh-oh. Gatlan Matarazzo, however, of the opposite side, is now in. Does that mean he's the legal man? But Lovecraft is measuring Chandler. Kick to the ribs. I don't know who the legal man is right now, considering it was Roddy Piper who was the legal man. I don't know who the legal person. I guess whoever goes for the cover. I guess it would be Gatlan, who is in the league now legally. Picking some shots to Chandler, who's already had a hell of a time already. And Chandler is eliminated. It is tied 1-1. And here comes Kane. And the star of Stranger Things drops Kane with a right hand. Now working on the arm. And the mayor of Knox County not liking this too much as he took some shots to the ribs to break that hold. Now Kane with a powerful sidewalk slam. And it is tied so far. One person on each side eliminated. Kane about to make it 2 perhaps. Oh, Gatlan luching down, digging down deep, and the New Jersey native kicks out at 2. Also another guest, all of which have been at Monster Mania, with the exception of Steven and H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, what a power pump up. Gatlan with a pop-up power bomb to Kane by using the velocity. And Gatlan with 2 eliminations now. And here comes Finn Wolfhard, and these two are going to go at it. These two buddies from Stranger Things about to go one-on-one, and Wolfhard's had enough. Wolfhard's looking for a toy. He's got a sledgehammer. And Gatlan says, I don't think so. And it takes that away. And Gatlan now across the neck of Finn Wolfhard. And the Canadian, covered by the New Jersey native, gets a 1 count. I don't even know if that was a count technically. This is looking rough for Team King as it's down to Finn Wolfhard and Stephen King himself to represent the team. And so far, the only person eliminated on the opposite is Roddy Piper. Sean Awesome not even been involved in the ring yet, in the match yet. And there's a pop-up power bomb. Is that going to be enough? Oh, Finn Wolfhard gets his shoulder up. These two young men know each other very well as a tag team and the singles. And there's a camel clutch working on the back now of young Finn Wolfhard. And the Canadian, not liking that too much. Down he goes. He's got to look for that it factor if he wants to win. There's some shots. Wolfhard firing back at his castmate. Uh-oh. Ooh, what a move. Oh my. I guess Chandler Riggs must have showed him the Riggs KO. Nice maneuver there. Effective as Wolfhard sends Matarazzo in the ring. And now these two longtime friends on the show want to go at it for their pride for all opposite writers. Stephen King egging his comrade on. Wolfhard may be feeling a little down. Maybe he doesn't want to put any hurt on his friend. Although I can tell you this much, he's given his friend way too much time to recover. As Gatlan gets out, King was barking at Wolfhard to finish him, but Wolfhard hesitated, and that could come back to haunt him. Wolfhard, now, is the tag to King. We're going to see some tag team offense. Ooh, what an elbow to the spine. Gatlan looking for a comic, and here comes H.P. Lovecraft again in there with the legendary Stephen King. And this is how he kicked the match off. This is King's second time in the ring. He's had plenty of time to recover. Lovecraft got taken to the hole earlier. And King sends Kraft to the corner. This would be a huge momentum boost if King was able to... Oh, wait a minute. Fist drop coming up with perfection. Lovely maneuver there by Stephen King, courtesy of another king of wrestling. And Lovecraft's been busted open now. King with a DDT. Kick to the arm. Another stomp on the wrist. And now King trying to pull the leg ligament off of the body of one H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft's got to be able to get out of that. Lovecraft's a bloody mess. That's like a shark in the water right there. With all of our horror icons. Ooh, and King has knocked out H.P. Lovecraft to make it a tag team match now. And Sean Awesome's in there now. Sean Awesome and Gatlan Matarazzo representing Team H.P. Lovecraft. And, of course, King and Finn Wolfhard representing Stephen King. Interesting how that works out. Uh-oh. And Stephen King, I can tell you one thing, doesn't want to turn his eyes off of Sean Awesome. I know what my son's capable of. I trained him. Awesome working on the leg. Got to Gatlan doesn't look too impressed by his teammates' moves. There's a spine buster. That could do it right there. And no, King kicks out at 2. We know the intestinal fortitude King has too. Kick to the ribs. Oh, nice maneuver there. King there's a tag to Finn Wolfhard. In he comes now. Both these young men about the same age, and there's a missing of the kick. Wolfhard now. Face first into the mat. And the leader of the Awesome Ones down. Drops an elbow, and Wolfhard with a nice nip up. Nice to show off. He is all about the cameras, folks. Uh-oh. And he locks that in. There's the Cobra Clutch. There's the Anaconda Vice. And Sean Awesome knows to get out of that all too well. Elbows to the head will break. Oh, knees rather. And there's a spear. Is that going to be enough to put away Finn Wolfhard? I don't think Wolfhard was quite ready for the spear. Getting a 2 count only. And Awesome in. Ooh, my goodness. Gatlan's in. I don't even think he's legal. He's definitely not legal. He didn't get a tag. Ooh. His good friend Wolfhard dropped across the neck of Matarazzo. Sean Awesome goes for the cover, and Matarazzo My son takes out Finn Wolfhard because Matarazzo cut King off from the ring. That's good tag team offense right there. For the first time these two are teamed. And now Awesome off the rope. I don't know if I would have done that. Off the rope with some type of drop kick, which almost cost him and King. King is the last person surviving on his team. And Awesome getting kicked around by Stephen King. The King of May. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good news. Oh, my goodness. King with a sledgehammer now. I believe that was introduced by the opposite team. Oh, right there. Actually, I take that back. I think it was Finn Wolfhard who busted out the sledgehammer to use it on Gatlan. And King finally utilizing him, but doesn't seem to do any effect to Sean Awesome, as he seems to be right back in this. Maybe that rejuvenated him a little bit as King sent into the ring. King's got to be careful. Got to watch out for that stamp of disapproval. Uh-oh. Body slam coming up. Nice stun. King is the last person surviving for Team Stephen King. And on the opposite corner is for representing the H.P. Lovecraft is Sean Awesome and Gatlan and Matarazzo. Matarazzo doesn't look like he's interested in tagging, however. So Awesome again taking things into his own hands. Spinebuster to the legendary Stephen King. He just shot to the kneecap. King's back up. Oh, there's a knee to the face. Uh-oh, shot to the ribs sends King into the corner. Oh, what a drop kick. Uh-oh. King's got to watch out here. Sean Awesome's measuring him. The spear. That could be it right there. My goodness. Sean Awesome picks up the win here for Team Lovecraft over Stephen King and his Knights of the Round Table. Wow. What an interesting turn of events. Well, I guess you could say that love does indeed conquer all, especially when you mix love with the craft. And of course you have H.P. Lovecraft and company, big winners. Of course, Piper and H.P. bloody messes coming back to join their comrades who took it home for them.